Morning, everybody. Well, that was happening. That was Christmas. Yeah, Christmas Eve down the pub. It was all right. Kind of. It was a bit quiet this year, strangely. Christmas Day went off without any hitches. Boxing Day out for a meal. Spent a lot of eating, watching TV, quite up a load of films, and have learned to sleep until a reasonable amount. Not getting up crazy early in the morning, and that all stops tomorrow. So there we go. Fun while it lasted. It wouldn't be a rest if we did it all the time. So I hope you all had a lovely Christmas. Thank you very much for all your Christmas wishes. I won't go through them, but back to it. Right, didn't know if we'd do a Sunday Q&A today, but there is the one that got done in between, spare tyres. Right, RK said the compressor is a good idea. Yeah, the compressor, I mean, in fairness, I thought, is it going to be strong enough for the van tyres? But this one does up to 150 PSI, the one I've got, and they're only about 20 odd quid. And it does it in about, I mean, it says within 5 minutes. I think, yeah, mine's within 5 minutes, possibly less. If you've got like 30 PSI on it already, because it's like got a slow puncher, it takes it up in about a couple of minutes. So it's dead handy. In fact, I dare say that the compressor does it quicker than the one that you pay for in the garage. And the way I figure is if you check your tyre pressure once every week or once every 2 weeks, and it costs you 50 pence, give it, by the end of the year, it's paid for itself, isn't it? So there we go. He also says, I don't think you need a torque wrench. Yeah, I probably went over the top with a torque wrench. He says you just need a bar breaker, which does the same trick. The thing is, what you don't want is, with the spare tyre kit, you're going to get a wrench about that long. And if sometimes when they put the nuts on with the air gun, they go a bit overzealous, and you got this, and you go like, Jesus, trying to get the thing off. But all you need, if you've got your wrench that's long, if you just get like a scaffolding pole or we used to use the dress rail poles off the market, and you get one that's about a metre long and it's hollow, you can stick that over the end. That will do the trick. So yeah, you don't need to go mad with one. I mean, the one I've got, I've had forever, and I probably bought it back in the day when I had nothing better to do. But you just need something to like to break the bars off. And jumping forward also, Scouse Dennis says what he carries is a standard scissor kit, which is another form of a jack. It's a perfectly acceptable jack. You've got your trolley jack with the one with the wheels. You go underneath, you rank it up like that, like you see in the tyre places. You've got a bottle jack, which looks like a bottle with a bit that sticks up the top. You pump the bottle and the thing goes up slowly out the top like that. And then you get a scissor jack. And a scissor jack is kind of like 2 bits of metal like that. And as you crank on the side, it sort of goes like this. It sort of winds up like that, and slowly, and they work perfectly well. So if you've got a scissor jack, and also something else I never thought of, he's got a 1.5 inch socket adapter for his cordless drill. Now I recommend as part of the kit having a cordless drill on a van, because if you're doing removals, if you get Allen key adapters for the cordless drill, they're really useful. Also, if you've got a Merc, you buy the ones that have got like the star keys. Because there's normal screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and then you've got the Merc one, which is like a star key, which is like a 5 thing like that, and then you've got Allen keys, which is like hex, and you can get them. And these are really useful things to have on board, particularly if you've got a bulb and you get your little drill out. It just makes life a lot easier. But yeah, he says once you crack the nuts, so you do kind of still need your bar breaker. Once you can click, it's you just get it off. That will make life a lot easier. So I'm going to be on the lookout for one of those Scouts. Thanks very much for the advice, as always. Whiz about anything you can do to make your life easier. I don't know if they do electronic jacks. I don't know. You put it underneath, it comes up. You just, when you want, I mean, we get a puncher, it's like, oh, anything you can do to make life easier has got to be the way forward. Yeah, other things like Yorkshireman's Daily Grind also makes a point. He says don't forget the block of wood as well, because sometimes the bottle jacks won't lift the van high enough. Also, I've been in situations before where I've had a flat tyre and I physically can't get the bottle jack underneath the van, underneath the axle, to jack it up. But if you've got a block of wood on board, John, you need one about that thick. Get it, say for example it's a front tyre, stick it under the front tyre, drive onto the block of wood. That will lift your van up by that much, which gives you enough purchase to get the bottle jack underneath to get it clocked up. Because that's the most frustrating thing as well. When you get a punch, you go, don't worry, I've got my spare tyre, got my bottle jack, got my thing. You're messing around for 15 minutes, then you're calling the AA going, yeah, I've got a puncher, I've got all the kit, I can't change it. I can't get the thing underneath. So yeah, just a little bit of wood. Also dead handy if you get a wood. I mean, you've got to bear in mind the weight against all weight on your van. If you get a bit of wood that's a little bit longer, if you ever get stuck in a hole or something like that, you can wedge the bit of wood underneath it, get you out of the hole. Not that you should be stuck in holes. Although very recently I moved out of the way for this Arctic onto the earth. And could I get off? No. Fortunately, the people I was delivering to, the nice people up in Milton Keynes, have got a almighty fork truck there, which also doubles as a tractor, and they dragged me out. So thank you, guys, if you're watching. And finally, Darren Ingram swears by Holt's Tyre Weld. This is another one. I've never tried this. I'm sure it works perfectly well. It's that sort of that foam stuff. So if you get a puncture, you need an emergency, get yourself out of trouble, you just inject that into the tyre. That's the foam, fills the tyre up, goes rock hard or goes hard, and then that gives you enough time to get to the tyre place. I think then they've got to clean it off a little bit, but hey, if it gets you out of trouble, anything that makes your life easier and gets you out of trouble. So there you go. So bottle jacks, scissor jacks, a bar breaker, which you don't necessarily need, like a torque wrench, doesn't need to spend a load of money. Holt's Tyre Weld, compressors, all this stuff might get you out of trouble. Good luck. What else? We've got some miscellaneous ones here. Zoob Coleman, thinking of getting a Luton, wants to know about payloads, single wheelbase, double wheelbase, low loaders. There's 6-1 dozen the other most of these things. I like to say I recommend a Luton with the curtain side, failing that a Luton with the tail, failing that a Luton. Low loaders like garment wagons, the ones that drop down, very handy for removals, not so great on the exchange for moving pallets. Flatbeds, again, you get the odd flatbed job, and if you get a flatbed job come up, you're very likely to get it, but few and far between. Single and double axle, again, is 6-1 and does the other. I love my Sprinter, it's only a single axle, works perfectly well. I've got mates that run in transits perfectly fine. You've got to bear in mind though, double axle, you've got the extra 2 tyres on it, it's more weight. So, but it really is buy the best van you can with the money you've got at the time. And he says, have I got grandfather's rights with a C1 licence? Now, I could be wrong here, but as far as I know, you can still drive any vehicle up to 3.5 tonnes without a different licence. Once you go over that, now I've got granddad rights, so I can drive a 7.5 tonne without actually getting qualified. I know some of the later people have actually got to take a separate test to drive between 3.5 and 7.5 tonne. But I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe you can drive any vehicle up to 3.5 tonne on a normal licence. Please let me know if I'm wrong. Thank you. Pavlin Babinski says, what's the mileage payment for my Luton? Where I come from, I will be looking around 110 a mile. If it's the regular customer, they trust me, they pay me a bit more, 120, 130, something like that. Sometimes on the back load, I'll bid as low as 80 pence. It depends. Different parts of the country will get different rates. Truth of the matter is, suck it and see. Put your bids in, see how many you win, see what you're happy running for, find happy medium. It's not an exact science. Oh yeah, RK again. Right, help me out, guys. RK says he's feeling blocked. He says his mate says he can't see the comments. Now, I can see all of his comments, as far as I know. He's done 3 this week. So, if you guys out there can't see RK's comments, he's done one about the jacks, he's done one about feeling blocked, and he's done one about the book will come to. Please let me know. If not, it might just be his mate who can't see it. But let me know, because I've only ever blocked 2 people in my life. You can say what you like about me, I don't care, but it's kind of friends and family. One of them had a dig at the missus, and one inadvertently he's trying to be funny, and one of them had a dig at one of my mates. So, but normally, I'm open to criticism. I don't get it right all the time. I'm here to try and spread the joy and all that kind of stuff. But if I get it wrong and if I do, I mess up, it's fair enough. And people have got to know that. Otherwise, how do they know I'm on the level? So that's the size of things there. Come back to that one. Paul Dodge. Paul Dodge. He clarified the van sizes. I said on whole, short wheelbase 1 pallet, medium wheelbase 2 pallets. It's on the comments. It's a little bit more in depth. It's to do with size and heights and stuff like that. I won't go into it, but have a look at the comments. Very useful, Paul. Thanks very much indeed. And Tiffy Soft Cornwall says he's retiring this year, and he wants to jump into it. He says, what kind of jobs come out of Cornwall? It's not a great area, mate. I'll be honest with you. It's because you're stuck down. It's really a matter of industrial bases near you. There's quite a few courier drivers down in the Devil Cornwall area, but they tend to be more based in the Devil Cornwall area. Your best bet would be to tramp. Not necessarily every time, but if you can get out of Cornwall or get out of Cornwall early, and then maybe you might have to spend a day or 2 away from home and then get back again. It's not the best area for jobs. I wish I could tell you. I could tell you otherwise, but it's the outskirts. sort of Norfolk and the middle of Wales and Cornwall and anything past Northumbria, it gets a bit sparse. Beautiful, a lovely place to live, but from the point of view of actually picking up jobs, not so great, I'm afraid. Sorry. Finally, thanks very much to everyone who downloaded the book. I think a few people did. If you do read it, I hope you enjoy it. RK again, he said he's I'm sorry to hear, mate, he's in the same kind of boat with his mum. So yeah, all you can do, my friend. No, I don't patronise people with advice, because you know they used to go on to me about it, and you just think, why don't you? And I won't say the next bit. But all you can do is the best you can, mate. That's all the size of things. So anyway, if you are reading it, I hope you're enjoying it. I hope it makes you laugh. And in the meantime, I hope you all had a lovely Christmas, and thank you very much as always for watching. I'd say back to normal tomorrow, but it's not really, because be Monday and then Tuesday, but Tuesday will fade off early because it's New Year's Eve, so people will be going home because they've got parties. Wednesday there'll be nothing, and then starting Thursday, off we go. New Year. Join the gym, eat carrots, sprout wings and fly. Who knows? Anyway, once again, thanks for all, and here it comes. New Year. Time to take care, take money.